So students, by now we have discussed about the Planning Commission and Niti Aayog evaluation of planning. And now we come on the early initiatives taken by the government of India. First of all, the Planning Commission of India opted for 5-year plans. We have already discussed the draft of the first 5-year plan, and then the actual plan document was released in December 1951, second 5-year plan in 1956, and the third 5-year plan in 1961. The fourth plan was due to start in 1966. By this time, the novelty of planning had declined considerably, and moreover, India was facing acute economic crisis. So the government decided to take a plan holiday. So what do we mean by a plan holiday? Plan holidays means no 5-year plans could be made due to some unavoidable reasons. Hence, annual plans were drawn during these periods. We'll discuss all these. Okay. Here, keep one thing remember. Suppose if you are asked in the question, father of Indian planning, father of Indian planning, you will write the answer, Sir M. Vishweshwaraya. Sir M. Vishweshwaraya. Varaya. And if we are asked father of 5-year planning, in short I'm writing this FYP, 5-year planning, then the answer would be Stalin. Joseph Stalin. We had discussed in the first slide. He was Joseph Stalin. He had been the dictator from Soviet Union, but he brought the concept of the 5-year plans. So he is known as the father of 5-year planning. Yes. So we'll have to keep remember this. Now here we have seen different 5-year plans were introduced into the different years, as second 5-year plans were supposed to begin from 1956, third year plan from 1961, fourth 5-year plans were supposed to begin in 1966. Okay. And we had to take some plan holidays also. After this we come on the first 5-year plans. The first 5-year plan, the K.N. Raj, a young economist involved in drafting the plan, he argued that India should hasten slowly for the first 2 decades as a fast rate of development might endanger the democracy. The first 5-year plan addressed the agrarian sector, including investment in dams and irrigation. It focused on land reforms as the key to country's development, and it focused on the development of mainly of the primary sector. So one of the basic aims of the planners was to raise the level of national income, which could be possible only if the people saved more money than they spent. So as the basic level of spending was very low in the 1950s, so planners sought to push savings up. That too was difficult as the total capital stock in the country was rather low compared to the total number of employable people. People's savings did rise in the first phase of the planned process until the end of the third 5-year plan. But the rise was not as much as it was expected at the beginning of the first plan. Later, from the early 1960s till the early 1970s, the proportion of savings in the country actually dropped consistently. Moreover, agricultural sector was hit hardest by the partition and needed urgent attention. So huge allocations were made for large-scale projects like the Bhakra Nangal Dam. The plan identified the pattern of land distribution in the country as the principal obstacle in the way of agricultural growth. It focused on the land reforms also as the key to the country's development. Here we could go through the different 5-year plans. This is the first plan. This is the first 5-year plan from 1951 to 1956. The targeted growth was decided to be at 2.1%, but it actually it could achieve 3.6%. It achieved. Bhakra Nangal, Hirakud, and Mettur dam were started during this 5-year planning. 5 Indian institutes of technology were also started, and community development projects were also started during the first 5-year plan only. Now we come on the next second 5-year plan. Second 5-year plans period is from 1956 to 1961. It is stressed on the heavy industries mainly. It is stressed on the industrialization mainly. It was drafted by a team of economists and planners under the leadership of P.C. Mahalanobis. He had been the scientist and statistician of international repute. He was the founder of Indian Statistical Institute in 1931. He's known as the architect of the second 5-year plan, and he always supported the rapid industrialization, and he believed in the active role of the public sector into the economy. So the government imposed substantial tariffs on imports in order to protect domestic industries. It, however, had its problems as well. India was technically backward, so it had to spend precious foreign exchange to buy technology from the global market. As industry attracted the more investment than agriculture, the possibility of food shortage loomed large. Here the possibility was if we switch from the agrarian sector to the industrial sector, so the economists and the planners were scared of that it might create the problem of acute food shortages. It was also the fear. So now we come next on the third 5-year plans. Third 5-year plans. It was the period from 1961 to 1966. It is stressed on agriculture and improvement in the production of wheat mainly. But Sino-Indian War of 1962 took place, and at the same time in 1965, Indo-Pakistan War also took place. Hence, we could not achieve the targeted growth. Due to miserable failure of the third plan, the government was forced to declare the plan holidays from 1966 to 67, 1967 to 68, and 1968 to 1969. So during these years, due to the political instability during these tenure, so the government had to decide to draw the plan holidays only. Plan holidays means no 5-year plans could be made due to some unavoidable reasons. Hence, government works on the annual plans. So now we come on fourth 5-year plans. The fourth 5-year plans ran from 1969 to 1974, and it mainly emphasized on the green revolution. And at this time, 14 major banks were nationalized in 1969. This was the period of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Here now we could compare the first and the second 5-year plans. We could see this is in red. First 5-year plans have been being shown, and In blue, we could see the second 5-year plans. So first of all, we see in the terms of agriculture and community development in the first 5-year plans. So the growth was there in the agriculture and community development during the first 5-year plans, but it went down in the second 5-year plan, because in the second 5-year plans, we had switched from agriculture to the industrialization. After this, we could see on irrigation and flood control, it was more even again in first 5-year plans, but it also went down in during the second 5-year plans, because again we had planned out to go towards the rapid industrialization. And now third head is industry and mining. Here we could see in reference of industry and mining, in the first 5-year plans, we didn't have more focus on the industrialization, or perhaps we didn't have any focus on the industrialization, because we focused on the agricultural sector only. Our main focus was the primary sector. So we were not so much attentive towards industry and mining. But in second 5-year plan, the attention was drawn towards all these areas, and in the second 5-year plan, it rose from 7.6 to 18.5. In the same way, transport and communication, it also increased in the second 5-year plan. In the first 5-year plan, this was approximately 23.6%, and it increased to 28.9% in the second 5-year plan. Then again, power. In first 5-year plan, it was approx 11.1%, but it reduced in the second 5-year plan to 8.9% only. And we come on social services. Social services included education, health, housing, etc. Here we could compare with that of the first 5-year plans and the second 5-year plans. In the reference of social services, in the first 5-year plan, the percentage was more, 22.6%. But in the second 5-year plans, it reduced to 19.7%. Because now the main focus had gone towards the rapid industrialization. And miscellaneous, we could see in the first 5-year plan, this was 3%, and it also reduced in the second 5-year plans only. It was only 2.1%. So we could compare the first 5-year plans and the second 5-year plans here in such a way. Now we come on next. What were the problems? We had introduced the 5-year plans, and the objective of the 5-year plans was, we introduced the 5-year plans with the objectives. Number one, first objective was economic growth, no doubt. Second was economic equity and social justice. Economic equity and social justice. Social justice. Number three, this was full employment. We made the objective that will work on the concept of full employment. Number four, fourth objective was economic self-reliance. Economic self-reliance. And number five was modernization. Number five was modernization. So all these were the objectives of the 5-year plans. Here I write objectives of 5-year plans. These were economic growth, economic equity, and social justice. It emphasized on the full employment. It worked on the economic self-reliance. And number five was the modernization. Got it? But practically some problems were faced by the planners. What were these problems? Number one, the Indian planners found balancing industry and agriculture really very difficult. Yeah, it was quite difficult to balance between the industry and agriculture. If we put the more emphasis on industries only, then the planners or the economists feared of the food shortage into the economy. If we had the more focus on the agriculture only, then industry in then we could lag behind in reference of the industrial development, how to generate employment, how to generate the economic self-reliance even, how to attain the objective of the modernization even. So all these problems arose for the planners and the economists. Secondly, the third plan was not significantly different from the second. Okay. Next, critics pointed out that the plan strategies from this time around displayed an unmistakable urban bias.